What's up, everybody? DDay back again with another video for DDay Gaming, and today I want to spend a few minutes covering a thought that occurred to me as I was driving home today, and that is that I think that the Nintendo Switch is probably the Wii U that I always wanted. What does that mean? I know that sounds kind of cryptic. Stick around and we will discuss that after the break. Okay, so like I said, just crazy thought occurred to me, and that is that one of the reasons I think underneath it all I am so excited about the Nintendo Switch is because it is the Wii U that I always wanted. Now, what in the world do I mean by that? I am specifically talking about this guy right here and my very first experience with it. Yes, I have props in this video. Got a new chair too, did you notice? You know, I think I'm not alone here, but the day that I picked up my Wii U, which was launch day, I got the thing out of the box, right? I hooked it up to my television, I turned it on, and as I recall, I was playing the Super Mario Brothers game that launched with it, and you know, I turned it on, I picked up the gamepad, super excited to play it, and so I saw it, and I looked down at this screen right here, and I saw that in that particular game, they weren't really leveraging the touch screen to do kind of a two-screen experience. Instead, it was basically just the Mario game mirrored down on this guy right here. And so ultimately, I looked down at that screen, and then for whatever reason, I don't know what came over me, I started walking out of my room. You know, at the time, it didn't make much sense. But now looking back on it, I realized what I was doing is I wanted to know how far away from the console could I get with this thing, right? How far away could I take it? Could I take it in the other room, right? And I think a lot of people probably did that, right? I think that was just kind of a natural reaction to this new, at the time, newfangled piece of tech. You know, can I take this in the other room? Can I go sit on the couch with this thing? Can I go sit at the kitchen table? Some of you probably wanted to see if you could go into the bathroom, right, and keep playing on this thing. Look, I'm not judging, but you know, it's interesting to me because, again, I've talked to people and they've told me that they had similar experiences. You know, I mentioned that that was my first experience in my first 5 minutes with my Wii U, and they go, I did that too. Yeah, so that's what got me thinking about this, that Nintendo, whether they realized it or not, you know, I think at the time we all looked at this as, oh, we can get kind of a two-screen experience, but that so many of us probably interacted with it like that. Like, wait a minute, this isn't just about off-screen TV play, which is what it evolved into, right? But this means that I could play in another place with this thing, hopefully. And like most people, I was a little disappointed. I crossed through the door frame to go out into my hallway, and the thing cut out, right? It just did not work for a very far range, but it planted a seed. Right, that idea that I couldn't really verbalize at the time, but the notion that I wanted console games that I could take on the go with me, and I think that really is what the Nintendo Switch is. But I think the reason I'm so excited about it is this isn't something that I just started wanting. This is something that I didn't really know I wanted, but I realized I did the first time that I plugged one of these in, right? Yeah, so it's funny to me, during Nintendo's little, you know, they're not little, their stage event in Japan, where they showed off the price and the release date and a lot more details about the Nintendo Switch, right? They kind of went through a history of all the Nintendo consoles, and the point of it was that they were showing that each console Nintendo has released has innovated in some way, and that all of those innovations all roll up into make what the Switch is special, that it inherited traits from each of those consoles. And it was actually the GameCube. When they got to the GameCube, they actually made a joke at their own expense about the fact that they had put a handle on that beautiful square little console so that people could take it on the go, and they laughed and joked and said that, you know, perhaps they were a little bit ahead of their time, right? And, you know, certainly a good call to bring that up that way, but I think that it was wasted on the GameCube. I think that they should have mentioned something like that about this thing. I think that they should have showed somebody, you know, picking up the gamepad for the first time and walking down the hall and it cutting out, and oh nope, we were a little bit ahead of the time, right? Because I think I'm not alone. I think a lot of people had that experience there. So yeah, I love my Wii U. There have been some great games on it, some wonderful experiences that I've had, but it hit me that the thing that I'm most excited about is Nintendo finally fulfilling that silent promise that they made with this to me, right? Or that I felt like they made. The ability to sit down in front of the TV screen and play that game and now walk further down my hallway, right? Not have to stop 2 feet away from the console or 10 feet away from the console. Finally, I can just take it anywhere and keep playing. I think that underneath it all, that is probably one of the roots of my excitement for this thing, and I think that's very, very cool. I have kind of gone to crazy. I earlier this summer, I actually moved everything around in my bedroom and moved my Wii U from my game room / recording area here down there, because it turns out that my bedroom has it shares a wall, an external facing wall, with my nice big covered back patio area. And so I rearranged and I kept moving the console over and over and over again so that I could create a situation where I could be laying in bed playing. I was playing the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD remake. I could be laying in bed playing that game or playing it up a 2-screen experience, and then I could hit the little select button, right, to switch it down to just this screen, and then I could go out on my back porch when it was nice outside, and basically if I stuck my tongue out and stood on one foot and leaned just the right way, I could get it to work. And I was driving my wife crazy, walking in and out and in and out and in and out, rearranging everything just to get that to work. And when I finally did, it was so fantastic. I went to those lengths just to be able to go sit outside and play this thing. And I'm not going to have to do that with the Switch, and I think that is fantastic. So anyway, yeah, so I know this isn't one of my normal crazy long videos, but yeah, the thought occurred to me and I kind of just wanted to make a video, bring it up, see what you guys thought about it. So yeah, did you do the same thing? Was that one of the first things you did with your Switch, is test the range, see how far away from the console you got? Were you a little bit disappointed with that? Are you excited to finally be able to do that with the new console? Let me know in the comment section below. I love talking to you guys, and one of the advantages of being such a small channel is I can respond to everybody's comments as long as they're not just completely crazy and off the wall. But if you want to do that too. That's fine. Whatever. Anyway, just wanted to say thanks for watching, especially if you've made it this far in the video, making this little short journey with me. Special shout out to my subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. And if you want to find me other places online, I post on Twitter. My username there is @thatDDayGuy. And if you want to watch me stream, I do that here on YouTube. And I also do that on Twitch. Same stream in both places. I simultaneously stream. So if you want to watch me on YouTube, you've already found me. If you don't want to lose me, click that subscribe button. Again, shameless plug, right? Always with the shameless plugs. But if Twitch is more your thing, my username there is DDay on Twitch, and the same stuff goes there. So I am going to go charge this thing because I want to play through Twilight Princess HD with the little Wolf Link amiibo and level him up before March 3rd when Breath of the Wild comes out. So I've got some stuff I have got to go do. So thanks again, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next one.